Okay, so part two. So identifying haters. So we talked a little bit about people basically feeding off of where you are in life, whether it is something that they can feed off of tangibly or something that they can feed off of mentally and sometimes emotionally. So moving into the next topic. So in identifying a hater, you have to also understand that you now have a decision to make. You can either stay around a person who has negative energy or you can remove them from your circle. I want you to understand that if you decide to keep a pessimistic person in your camp, you're not going anywhere. Pessimistic people are draining. You constantly find yourself at odds with them. If you're not at odds with them, you constantly find yourself explaining yourself to them, which you don't have to. There's only one person that you have to explain yourself to, and that's you. And you also find yourself now critiquing yourself in a way that you never were before, because you've now allowed a person's opinion to penetrate who you are. So if you have someone that is a hater and they are in your camp, just being 100% honest, you're going to have to dismantle your circle. Whether it be your friends, a family circle, a work circle, whatever it is, you have to dismantle and rebuild. And the reason why that is so important is because once you identify that a person is negative, you have an obligation to your success to make sure that no one stands in the way of that. Now, a lot of times we think of things such as how long we've known a person or the fact that we share the same DNA. And we allow that to force us into believing that we have to keep those people around, and we don't. Then we also allow ourselves to feel that a person's circumstances or the way that they view the world, because the way we view the world is through our own experiences, but we force ourselves to believe that their circumstances, their situation, and how they do things gives them the okay to be how they are. You can understand why a person is the way that they are, but if their personality isn't conducive to your elevation, it's time for them to go. Like, seriously. You don't have to necessarily curse them out and say goodbye. The method that I would use, and just me personally, I would have a conversation with them. I would let them know where they stand, what my issues are with them, and give them an opportunity to change. But after a certain point in time, if you don't feel like there's going to be any changes, it's time to go. There's no reason for you to stick around. There's no reason for you to keep this person in your company because they don't care about you. They only care about what they can get from you. And that is self-validation through putting you down. It might sound, harsh. And it may seem like, right now, people are so quick to remove people from their lives, people that have been there with them the entire time. But I feel like right now, with everything that's going on in society, it's more essential to figure out, again, who's here for you and who's not. It's not just the Black community that lives like crabs in a barrel. And we live in a capitalist society. So basically, the big man profits off the little people. If you are trying to build yourself and work your way up in the world, you can't stick around and be loyal to your own demise. There's no point in that. You have to be able to say goodbye. And saying goodbye doesn't always mean, again, you don't have to be angry. And you don't have to be condescending. You don't have to be rude. Sometimes you don't have to say anything. Sometimes you just have to separate yourself and do you. And there's nothing wrong with being selfish, separating yourself and doing you. There are so many people around me who are intelligent, who do amazing, great things, that have amazing and great abilities. But there's a lot of them that I understand are not going to be anything more than what they are right now. Because instead of removing toxic people from their lives and removing themselves from toxic situations, they rather stick around under, again, the I'm loyal to my end. I don't care about loyalty. I'm just being 100% honest, because loyalty can be a double-edged sword sometimes. It can help, but it can also hurt. A lot of times when you give a person loyalty, they start to feel like you owe them. And you don't owe anybody anything. You are your own person. You decide who you want to build with, who you want to come with you. But you have to also understand that they have to be willing to come with you. If a person doesn't see the same success for you that you see for you, they're not coming with you. They're going to go their own way. And that's okay. So, to kind of wrap it up, because I don't want to ramble on, I'm just, for me, with everything that I have going on in my life, I see my success coming closer and more quickly than other people would think it would happen. And a lot of people think it's an overnight success. No, it's not. I've literally been working towards this. I'm going to say for the last 8 years of my life. And there are things that I'm going to be able to do. And there are going to be ways that I'm going to prosper. And there are going to be people around me who started with me. And we might even be in the same position now. And things are going to change. And I'll always be there for them. I will always love them. I will always help them with whatever they need. But just because I'm happy for me and I know that I will look out for them doesn't mean that that's what they're going to do for me. It doesn't mean that they're going to look at me and say, oh, I'm so proud of you. They're going to be pissed, because some people really just don't want to see you doing better than them. Like, that is life. Some people are so competitive that they have to feel like they won all the time in every aspect, from the way they look to the guy that they're dating or girl that they're dating to the clothes that they're wearing. That has to be them. They always have to be number one. So you have to understand, again, everybody you're starting with is not everybody that you're going to finish with. And you have to be able to be comfortable in risking relationships, cutting off friendships, and stop speaking to family members. I wish everybody 100% and absolute success. I hate on no person. I hope that you achieve the greatest things that you absolutely could in your life. But just know that if in a couple of months you don't hear from me, you don't see me, you don't speak to me, I didn't think you were coming with me. All right, you guys. Next video, I'm going to try and do something a little bit different. We're going to do like different talking points, and I definitely want to hear people's opinions, because I'm tired of rambling on. Like, I actually want to have a conversation with someone. This is what me and my sister were talking about earlier. So thanks for checking out this video. I'll definitely be doing more. Hope to see you guys soon.